I know for a fucking fact that I'll make it work.
You don't need to make it work, dog. You
No,
make
no, no.
£20,000
So, like,
a month. There's no make it work here. You can just do that now. As of right now, do you have more than £2,000 in your bank account?
yeah.
Okay, great. Send £1,000 to your mum. Send £1,000 to your sister. Do it right now in front of me, here and now. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's done. Shit, my mum's got about 50 different bank accounts.
It's all right. Send it to one of them. She'll still get the money.
Facts. Right. You see that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Done.
What's good, people? Welcome back to another savage video as usual. You know me. The reason for this video, very simple. I've brought on someone particular into STS. So he's now introduced as a, I guess let's call it a coach. He's going to be doing bi-weekly sessions inside the STS group. The purpose of bringing David on is because he's fucking exceptional at sales and he's also exceptional at breaking people's beliefs. So David actually wrote this book. If you've not seen it or heard of David before, it's called Choice Psychology. It's an excellent book. I'm not that far deep into it yet, but so far and what I've read is absolutely exceptional. We brought David on for a class the Monday just gone and he stuck around for 3 hours and just broke everybody apart. You'll really enjoy this. I wanted to give you some insights on how valuable David is, the way he thinks and what he actually coaches people through. So we're going to introduce you. I'm going to let you go watch this session now. Make sure you stick around and actually digest the information that you take in so you can actually implement it into your own life. Very, very powerful stuff. I'm going to let you go enjoy this now. I'll see you in there.
My name is David Jacob. I am now a mindset coach, but for the last 4 years, I was a sales coach. I've run a bunch of different businesses. I set up a lead gen agency way back in 2020 when Money Twitter was still in its kind of infancy, back in the good old days.
Money Twitter goated.
Money Twitter goated way back when. I am now an old hat. I'm very much like Unk stage for like most of Money Twitter. Most of you have never seen what Money Twitter was like way back then. Yeah, shout out Brute, people like that, Bronze, all of those people. I kind of lived and grew up in that kind of side of Money Twitter. I then set up a SaaS company and I scaled that to 50K in about 3 months, just doing very aggressive outbound sales and partnerships. I closed that down because the CTO and I had a massive disagreement. I wanted to grow it really fast. He unfortunately wasn't capable of growing it as fast as I wanted. So we closed it down. After that, I got back into lead gen space. I've been the sales coach for a company called Client Ascension, which I'm sure some of you have heard of. Andre Heichel Jr., Cold Email Wizard, people like that. They've run it for years now. I'm still the sales coach in that. And I taught people like Michael and a bunch of others sales through a sales coaching program I called Surgical Sales. I did not run that for any extended period of time, mainly because, candidly, I was really terrible at the placement side of it. I don't think anyone had a problem with the stuff I taught, but doing placements was just not my skill set. So I then moved into training founders. I've scaled companies from 50K to 200, 300, 500. Some of my clients have gone on to do millions a month. I say all of this not because I think it makes me sound cool. I say this because all of you in your own minds will be, why the fuck should I listen to the specky brown guy? And I do not hold that against you. The reality is this is a status game. And for me, over the next 40 odd minutes, I have to convince you that I am someone worth listening to. Agreed or disagree?
Agree.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Good.
it is important that you all know that I am as familiar with this as you are. It is important for you to know that I am not. The glasses do it. I appreciate that, Julian. The accent also makes me sound a little bit like a toff and a little bit like you can trust me. So just benefit me with that. All of you trust Kurt implicitly. He's brought me in, so that gives me some level of credibility with you. However, it doesn't prove anything. I could quite easily still be full of shit. What I'm asking you for the next 40 odd minutes is to give me, can never trust it off. Again, honestly, I agree with you. Give me the benefit of the doubt and then come to that conclusion by the end of the call, right? What I can't do is help you if you don't give me license to help you in this early stage. What I can do is say, if you give me until the end of the call, I will make it worth your while. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, open question to the room. What is your primary job as a sales rep?
Ooh.
Facilitate change.
Facilitate change. Julian, thank you. Next. I love that. Immediately off rip, we have people talking.
To solve a problem.
To solve a problem. Okay, cool. Keep going. Keep throwing this stuff out at me.
Helping
Transformation,
people.
more perspectives.
Helping people, challenge perspectives. Okay, keep going. More.
Increase revenue
Make
for
money.
the company.
Increase revenue, make money. Okay, I'm gonna stop you all there. Out of all of the answers we got, which do you think is the one that is actually correct, or one or two that is actually correct?
Make money.
Make money.
Facilitate change.
Facilitate change.
Yeah. Over problem.
All of them.
All of them. Okay. So I would actually kind of agree, right? All of them are correct. They are true. However, a lot of them will get you fired if you don't do the last two, which are make money and make revenue. You can facilitate change. You can ask great questions. You can be, a facilitator of amazing differences in people's lives. However, if you do not make money, you die because you don't eat. And your offer owner dies because they don't make money and you are a loss to them. So the question that I have for you is, as a sales rep, what is your primary task?
To
Make
close
money.
deals.
Close deals. Okay. Now, a lot of you who gave answers other than make money, I'm going to throw something at a wall and then you tell me whether this is actually accurate. Julian, you were the first person to talk and you did not give me an answer that was make money. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Tough question for you, right? And I'm putting you on the spot in front of the best part of 60 people. So I appreciate your openness. If you don't want to answer this, I respect that too. Whether everyone else in the room will respect it is a different matter, but it won't change my opinion of you. Okay. All right. When you gave the answer that you did, were you trying to be right? Did you have that in your head as the right answer?
I guess I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Like my logical brain is always going to say make money,
Mhm.
but if I just think of making money, I think I have a hard time closing. So the belief in Kurt actually makes it easier to do sales.
Okay, got it. Right. So there is a part of you that says, well, if I think just about making money, this job gets harder. And then I become more desperate and I don't want that. So I'm going to tell myself that it's something else. So the making money is just a byproduct. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. In your mind, is that smart? Is that logical?
To be fair, I think I have no idea what would be the most logical thing to do to get to the result.
I respect that as an element of honesty and transparency. I don't know is an acceptable answer. Okay. Thank you for your time. I would hazard a guess that everyone who answered something other than my job is to make money or my job is to drive revenue or whatever any variant of those two things is, all of you have in your mind this idea that I want to be right. I want to be smart. And that is the smart answer to give. The smart answer isn't make money. That's stupid. Honest in the room, who says making money would be a stupid answer to that question? Wow. And yet none of you said it apart from two. So which one is true? Either you didn't.
To be fair, it's Kurt's fault. It's Kurt's fault,
Why?
He put it in our minds that we're here to help the prospects, the intention behind it.
The externalization is critical.
You know what? Kurt, I was about to do the exact same thing you did. So either you can repent to him or I can. Pick one.
You can.
All right, Benjamin, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Does Kurt control your brain like a puppet on a string?
No.
No. So when you say it's Kurt's fault because he made me think that, does he have a gun behind your head that I can't see?
No, it is absolutely my responsibility.
It's your responsibility. Okay, cool. So you aren't a puppet and you aren't under duress, meaning that you think how you think.
100%.
Okay, great. And you think how you think because who?
Because of me.
And all of the other stimuli in your environment that lead you to think how you think, right?
Yes.
There is absolutely no benefit in thinking that the only reason you think how you think is because of you, because that is factually incorrect. However, placing the blame on someone else because they taught you something is not a smart way of living your life.
1000%.
Okay, cool. So can we then agree that it probably isn't Kurt's fault?
No, it is absolutely not Kurt's fault. It is absolutely on me.
Okay, fantastic. All right, Andy Brown. Oh, is Andy like
Hello.
in the gym listening? Oh no, he's it. All right, cool.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Andy. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
All right. So you said that. Let me 1 second now. Let me get your actual thing. It's not stupid. It's potentially the shameful answer, though, in most people's eyes. So, first question: is it the shameful answer in your eyes?
Yes.
Okay. So then, interestingly, why did you use the word or the phrase "most people"?
Because that's also what I believe.
But this was directly related to you. So, what stopped you from saying "in my eyes"?
Where, because you said, why is everyone not said making money as a stupid answer? So I applied my belief to everyone else thinking that their reasoning would be the same as mine, which is flawed.
Okay, true, right? However, I'll give you actually a way simpler reason and one that will hopefully relax you a little bit, right? I appreciate getting up on stage in front of 65 people was actually pretty tough, right? Most people switch to the second person, right? Us, we, you, them, right? Because owning something that sounds critical is actually really difficult. And our brains go, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to talk about other people because that's way easier for us to handle. Yeah. So when you say most people's eyes, what you want to say is, well, I think that there's some shame associated with that, but it's way more difficult to say that. Yeah. Okay. So the tricky part of this whole discussion, right, is Andy is exactly correct. It is more shameful to think that the job is making money. Why? Because all of us have internalized understandings of what making money is. How many of you think that if you make too much money, you might become a bad person? No?
That's tall poppy syndrome.
Who thinks, to bounce off that idea, who thinks that if they make too much money, other people will judge them?
People will judge you at any level you're at, though.
I completely agree, Carly. 100%, right? If it's not money, it's something else, right? It's because you're too loud or you're too much or you're too big or you're whatever, right? Agreed. People are going to judge you at any point. However, for most of us, I would hazard a guess, there is this expectation that we have that we should be liked by others. Would you say that's fair? Are we likely to do things that put that idea in our minds at risk?
No.
No.
Carly, thoughts?
I think that's just like a human subconscious. So yeah, I would say that we do, absolutely.
100%. So then when we look at certain things, are we fighting what is innate or intrinsic within us, even though it is potentially useful for us to do so?
Absolutely.
Okay. If then everything I've just said is true, do we find that we walk into a pickle when something like making money, which is the core job that we have as salespeople, is uncomfortable and could potentially lead us to be judged by others? Yes. Fair? Okay. Now, Carly, to kind of poke at what you were saying, should it be judged by others? No. Should we care what other people think of us? No.
No.
Does that change the issue at hand, which is we do care and they do judge us? No.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
So, all of this to say, if our primary job is to make more money, what can't we be as salespeople? That's a very broad, open question, open floor. What can't we be?
Emotional.
Sure.
Pussies.
Pussies. Great. Keep going. What else?
Desperate.
Selfish.
Shit at sales. Yeah, bad at
Shit
sales.
sales is my favorite answer, by the way, to like this question, because yes, you absolutely can't be shit at sales if you want to be successful at sales. However, no circular logic. So nice try again. Still, no one's got it. So keep going.
Coming from a place of like lack
Sure.
and scarcity.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. What else?
Fearful.
Fearful. Yeah.
Incongruent
Incongruent. Okay. Incongruent to what?
to like yourself, how you like live your day to day, because it kind of bleeds through your language and how you operate in calls.
Okay. Yeah. None of the answers that you've given me are wrong. However, I would challenge you and say there is a single more important answer than anything that anyone has said.
We can
Desire.
have negative associations to collecting money.
You can't have negative associations to collecting money. I think it would make your job infinitely easier if you didn't, but there are still plenty of sales reps, including ones that I've trained, who started with me with a lot of negative associations with money and still made a boatload of cash. So not necessarily. Someone else said something right before Oscar did.
Desire.
Desire. Okay.
Doormat.
Say that one more time.
Being a doormat.
Being a doormat. Okay. So there's a lot of variance, but everything's kind of clustered around the similar ideas here, right? What I want to do is I want to introduce something completely different. And very amusingly, it relates to the name of this group. So Curtis, hopefully you've managed to beat a lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk out of them, but hopefully this will still be useful. The one thing that you cannot be as a salesperson and be successful is complacent. Now, the name of this group is Set the Standards, right? So I would assume that a lot of you would pride yourself on not being complacent. You say that's fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How many of you are on offers that do more than $1 million a month? Okay, so the vast majority of you are not on offers that do more than $1 million a month. Correct? Okay, cool.
Correct.
So I did this same talk to a team that does more than 3 million a month. Okay, they do a boatload of cash. These are some of the top performing sales reps that any of you will ever meet. How many of them do you think by the end of the conversation realized that they were in fact complacent? Team of 15.
All of them.
All of them.
Correct. Because you in your mind, because of Kurt's training, you are going to be doing all of the obvious stuff, right? You're not going to have the same problems that your like moron useless reps will have, okay? Because a lot of the dumb shit's already been cleaned up, right? That is Kurt's training. He's going to make you not fall victim to the stupid shit that like basic reps won't do. But what I'm going to try and teach you in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Yeah, 25, 30 minutes is how you are being complacent and not even realizing it, okay? How many of you know what a locus of control is?
You read his book, you'd know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on. Anyone in the room. And if you don't know, that's okay. I will explain it.
So
Do
locus of
things
control.
happen to you or for you?
Ah, okay. Who said things happen to you or for you?
Seb.
Seb, talk to me. Explain.
Googled it.
Like, there's like the psychological studies, like the most unhappy people, things happen to them, right? If things happen for you or through you, then you have full control and you can dictate where you end up.
Yep. Very good. Yeah, almost exactly correct. Now, why would that be relevant to you as a salesperson? Seb, go again. Oh, no, go on. Who said that?
I was just going to say, because then you can control the outcome.
Fantastic. Can you control the outcome?
Yes and no?
You can control your reaction to the outcome.
Right.
Okay, very good, right? You can control your reaction to the outcome, but you can't control the outcome. Carly, it feels like I'm picking on you. I promise I'm not.
No.
When you say control the outcome, what do you mean?
I guess in the sense of like you preparing for the call as well as you could and you having your emotions in check and you making sure that you're catching everything you possibly could.
Yep.
So
All the above,
you control
absolutely
everything
true.
that you could. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Can you control whether they buy?
No.
Okay. Is that not the outcome?
Yes. So I guess you can control half of it because if you do your part, then you can only control what you can control, I guess. So yes, I guess you can control the outcome.
100%, right? But I do this not to be like, haha, Carly's a dumbass. I do this because this is like how I teach, right? I teach using the Socratic method. My goal is to question you so that you come to these conclusions on your own, right? Because me telling you stuff ain't going to do anything, right? You're going to revert back to the same stuff that you've been thinking, same ways you've been doing stuff forever. However, the moment that you build that logic in your head and you go, oh shit, wait, now that I think about it, no, it is this thing. Yeah, that's the goal. Okay. So if we look at that same idea of you don't control the outcomes, but you do control your inputs, which is exactly what you're saying. And I completely agree with you. What is, or rather, how does the locus of control play into that idea? that you can control your inputs, you may not be able to control your outputs. Or sorry, you can control your inputs, you can't control your outcomes.
I think it's just perception, how you perceive what the outcome happened to be.
Okay.
Like
Ilya.
what you do with the outcome.
Okay. What do you mean by that, Carly?
Well, you say the call doesn't close, then you get it back, you watch it back, you understand where you went wrong and what you could have done better. And then it's a feedback loop, right? So like beliefs, your actions, feedback, and then it goes all in a circle. And then that's how you create mastery.
Nailed it. Okay. So let's say that you have a prospect before you even get on a call, right? And this is kind of piggybacking off both what you said, Carly, and what you said, Ilya. Let's say you have a prospect before you get on a call, you look at them in your calendar, you go and look at their type form answers or whatever it may be, and you go, fucking, this guy's a bum. How many of you have done that? Be honest. Every day, right? You look at it and you go, this guy's a fucking idiot. He's never.
Then honestly, the name is enough. If I look at the name,
you ever see an Indian name and you're like, oh, this is a waste of time.
Read the message.
Okay.
Next.
I say this as someone who is Indian. My people are terrible for it. I swear to God, we're the worst. Right now, in that moment, what have you created in your mind?
Assumptions.
Expectations.
Assumptions, limitations, expectations, all of the above. Are you in an internal locus of control or an external locus of control in that moment?
External.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Can you, in that moment, say that you are happy and comfortable with your mental state going into that call?
No.
No.
Okay. If you are saying in that moment, the likelihood is on the balance of probabilities that this person is not going to close, have you ceded your ability in your own mind to influence either your inputs or the outcome of that call? Right? But it feels normal. It feels natural. Why wouldn't you do that? You have the benefit of so much experience to lean on and say, I know that these people are bums. They never close. They do this. They do that. They do everything else. I have enough experience to know that that is true. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is not an illogical, it is not irrational conclusion to draw. However, does it limit you? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how you think determines your actions. Your actions determine your outcomes. Okay. So if you say this person isn't going to close before you even get on the call, what are you more likely to do when you show up on the call? Is your discovery going to be more shallow? Yes. Are you going to be more impatient with them because you already know in the back of your mind that they're probably a bum anyway? Get me off this call and I can get back to doing follow-up, or I can get back to reviewing calls, or I can go and do whatever, or I can go to the gym, or any other number of things that you can do. Just get me off this call. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is that complacency? Yeah.
Yes.
Does it feel like complacency? No.
No.
It feels like an economic use of your time. But the reason that this is important is because these tiny habits are what separate good from great. These tiny habits are the difference between you being the top of your set the standards leaderboard and somewhere in the middle. Okay. And I guarantee you there are people in this room who look at that leaderboard and go, that should be me. And I don't know why I'm not there because I'm busting my ass. Who believes that as of right now? Oh, everyone's shy
That
now.
room being quiet is very suspicious, and I do not like the sound of that.
Right?
I would hope nobody would, because what you said was, I don't know why I'm not there. I would hope that somebody would know why they're not.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you one question now, and then I'm going to ask you that same question at the end of the rest of this time. Now, Curtis, does this normally run for an hour, or do I have more time if I want it?
You have more time. I usually do them for 3 hours. Not saying that you have to do them for free, but
fantastic. That's good for me. I got nothing until 10 p.m., so you got a bunch of my time. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to ask you a question now. I want to go through the things that I know are going to rip this complacency out of you. I'm going to ask you the same question again, and then I'm going to open up the floor. And what I will do is I will break limiting beliefs that you have on this call. Okay? Fantastic. All right, cool. So the question I have for you is, if way back when I was training sales reps, the goal for me was 1 versus 60. Yeah, basically. The goal for me was that after a period of time of being coached by me, they would have my voice in the back of their head, basically going, "You sure you want to do that? Oh, interesting decision. Okay, let's see how this goes." Because that is how you are going to learn the fastest. I would hazard a guess that most of you have Kurt in the back of your head. I would hazard a guess that that is true. And you will do something and you go, well, Kurt fucking scream at me if you saw me do that. Right? So how many of you, if Kurt watched every single minute of the day, how many of you would look at that and go, Kurt probably changed that. Kurt would probably do that differently. If Kurt was sat next to me, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. How many of you, hands up, be honest and transparent about this? There are probably, I would say half of the room would probably go, actually, I would change something about my day if I had Kurt sat next to me. Okay. All right. Now, I've done this with enough people that I know if you burn the next 5 things I say into your brain, your life will change overnight. Okay? Take notes, write on sticky notes, put it on your fucking wall, on around your laptop, whatever it is. I don't really care how you do it. Okay? But if you just ingrain these things into your brain, your life changes overnight. Okay? First thing, right? These are what I call the 5 rules for life. First rule, God is greater. If you aren't religious, I believe in Jesus. Jesus Christ is my savior. He is the only reason that I am even sat here talking to you. Okay? If you don't believe in God, whether you believe in the universe or the divine or, whatever fucking verbiage you have to describe something larger than you, that has to be present. And if it isn't, your life will get hard very, 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 very quickly. Because there needs to be something greater than you, because it is very easy for you to break your word to yourself. It is very, very, very difficult to go against the creator of the universe when he gives you a mandate. Okay? So if you do not currently believe in, ideally, candidly, biased, Jesus Christ and God, look into it. If you do have a different set of beliefs and you want to get deeper into that, my advice to you is to do it. It will change your life as a salesperson. It will change your life overall. Okay. The reason I say this is so important is because if you work under the premise that God is greater than the best thing that will ever happen to you. And in that moment, it will be easy for you to go, wow, thank you so much, God, that this thing is happening to me. Right? If you believe God is greater, you also believe that God is greater than the worst thing that could ever happen to you. And in that moment, you will look at it and you will say, wow, I am so glad that I can rest happily knowing that the creator of the universe has a plan for my life and he knows what is best for me. And this is probably him putting me through the crucible for my benefit. Right? So in either of those situations, you know that God is still greater. Is that clear to everyone? Or that was too much effort?
I definitely could have done it. It just wasn't set up in the ideal way.
And in an ideal world, I would wake up every morning next to fucking Scarlett Johansson, but we don't live in an ideal world. Right? Like, soak it. What are you telling me? Again, it goes back to this fundamental question I asked you at the beginning of all of this, which is, what is your job as a sales rep? It is to make money. And if you say to me, well, the automations aren't set up and the CRM is a mess and like, I don't know how to manage, whatever, bullshit, then your job is not being fulfilled. You are simply not doing what you are tasked to do, which is make money.
Yeah.
Right? And I realize that's tough love. But I will not hear from a rep, oh yeah, but my setter books me bullshit calls if you aren't also dialing. Because what I need to see from you as a rep is my set is fucking useless. Look at him. He's booking me crap calls. I'm booking 6 calls a day. At that point, I fire the setter in a heartbeat. And I'm like, you're right. I apologize. I've given you someone who's useless. I will get you someone who is at least on your level, if not better. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're sitting around doing niche, why am I going to believe a word that you say?
Yeah, no, you've got me. I used to do fucking 120 dials a day, and then I'm doing jack shit.
Congratulations, you turned into a fat cat closer. Right?
I got too comfortable with the inbounds.
Yeah. Dude, it happens to us all. 100% happens to us all. Right? My question to you, genuinely, and this is going to sound trite, and it's not meant to be. Do you hate money?
No, I love it.
You love money, but you are unwilling to do the hard graft required to make it. That's what you just told me.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. So you clearly can't love it that much. What I think is actually true, you love money when it's convenient for you to make it. That's very different. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you two different questions, right? And this applies to everyone in the room. Okay? This is the test that I would use to basically suss out whether someone is going to make it as a sales rep or not. Okay? And I have a 100% success rate with this question being the easiest way of finding out whether you're going to make it as a sales rep.
Fuck, don't put any pressure on me, mate. Fucking hell.
Fucking sack up, fella. You're in the big leagues now. Okay, so as of right now, Ryan, how much you make last month?
Just shy of 5 figures, just so like 9.7.
Cool. Best part of 10K. All right. How long have you been in sales for?
Year and a half.
Perfect. Okay. Last year, did you do more than $1 million in rev?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say £1 million, £1 million, a lot of money. €1 million, $1 million, whatever. Right? A lot of money for you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For the next 365 days, you are not allowed to talk about sales. You're not allowed to do sales. You're not allowed to learn about sales. You're not allowed to do anything within the sales realm. Okay? After 365 days, on the 366th day, I'm going to hand you £1 million in cash. Under the table, no revenue bill to pay. I assume that you are still living in Ireland, which is why I said the revenue bill. No taxes, no nothing, right? You get this money cash in hand.
Sure.
The only caveat is for the next 365 days, you have to take photos of goats. Do you do it?
I want to give the answer that I actually would say, but I feel like it's just no.
Why?
Because over the last year and a half, although I haven't made the money that I've wanted to make, I've made the most amount of progress in the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the shitty offers that I have been on has been part of the character building.
Yep,
and
100%.
It's more so what you can actually provide as an asset as opposed to what you have in the bank account.
Sure. How many of you would agree with Ryan's perspective? How many of you also would say no to taking photos of goats? Be honest. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. If you would not take photos of goats.
Okay. Taking pictures of goats all day, man.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, you might be on your own here, Ryan. Everyone else taking photos of goats.
It's gonna be a picture of all of us, everybody in STS, bunch of goats.
Kurt,
sorry.
Kurt, when you were a young buck, when you were a year in, would you have taken photos of goats for £1 million?
100%.
Ryan, I'm gonna give you some more tough feedback. You are getting it both barrels today, mate.
Okay, can I just pay the difference for the overweight?
Who is this?
Yeah, how much is it?
Angelina.
Okay, never mind.
Someone's closing.
I'll just go.
Someone mute Angelina, please.
Wait, where is she? Where is she? I can't find her.
She's done it off. Ryan, the reason that I bring this up is because that question allows me to figure out how money motivated you are. Right?
Right, okay.
Everything that you've told me today is proof for me that you aren't as money motivated as you could be. Because if you were money motivated, you would be doing your $120 a day. If you were money motivated, you'd be training your SDR. If you were money motivated, you'd be doing any number of other things that would build into you making more money. Right? The I would take photos of goats question is an economic question. Right? It's how well do you understand basic economics? You didn't make $1 million last year. It's probably unlikely that you're going to make $1 million this year. Therefore, the economic argument is you go and take fucking photos of goats for a year. But in your mind, you are focused on things that are not the thing, right? Remember what I said at the start. The thing is making money. And if
Yeah.
sales is for you anything other than making money, you're missing the point. And that is why you find yourself in the situation that you do, is because you're missing the point. If you were a bloodhound for cash, if your sole purpose every single morning was to wake up and go and fucking hunt down money, you would be making more than 10K a month. And I can almost guarantee it.
That's an interesting way to see it. Now, every single time I fall complacent, I'm going to think about the fucking goats I could have been taking photos of.
Dude, genuinely, as silly as it sounds, anyone who doesn't answer yes to that, and then here's my explanation of it, they end up making probably 10 to 20x what they could be making just from in their head going, fuck goats. Every single time. They'll go, take photos of goats. And they'll just go and start doing things that make them more money. Because they know that either they've made a stupid decision and they could be taking photos of goats and making $1 million, or they have to put in the work so that they can not take photos of goats and make at least more money than they were making before.
Yeah, it makes you question, like, what the fuck is the point? Like, if that's my perspective, that I'd rather be a year deep in with more experience, but I'm not making the same amount of money, you know, what the fuck's the point if I'm not putting my full heart and soul into it?
Yeah, nailed it.
I did 20K last month.
Fantastic. Are you in the UK? Are you elsewhere?
I was in the UK. I'm in Dubai now.
Okay. Are you a Dubai tax resident?
No, I am, yeah.
Fantastic. So you keep all that 20K?
Well, I don't, because I moved after I got paid.
Sure, fine.
Unfortunately.
As of next month, you will.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And I'm assuming you're gonna do 20K next month. Theoretically, hypothetically.
Probably not.
No. How come?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I have no evidence to say that I will or I won't.
But your assumption is no.
Naturally, yeah. Based on like how the month's gone so far, comparison to last month, how last month went at this certain point in the month.
And when we said at the start of the call that your beliefs determine your actions and your actions determine your outcomes, did that not land for you? If you believe that you are not going to make 20K, guess what you're not going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So first thing, second thing, you made 20K last month, right? There's a portion of that needs to go to HMRC, the fuckers, but you still make a good amount of money. Would you say that's fair?
Fair.
Okay, great. What does your mum do for work? Very personal question.
She is she works in a school for special needs where she does like the admin.
Okay, great. Do you, again, very personal question. Tell me to fuck off. We've known each other for a very short amount of time.
It's fine.
How much money did your mum make?
I don't know.
Napkin math it.
Yeah, I'd probably say 1.7 to 2.5 max range.
Let's split the baby. Let's call it 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. How old is your sister?
30.
30. 30 or 13?
30.
30. Okay, cool. And how much money does she make? Napkin maths again. Doesn't have to be accurate.
Let's call it 1.5.
Okay, cool. Let's say arguably 2 again. Yeah. Why not? Okay. So theoretically, 4K a month, you could retire them both. Well, you made 20 last month. Do you pay them 4K a month?
No.
Why?
Because I don't feel like I'm in the position yet financially to be able to sustainably pay them that.
Well, okay, fair enough. Let's say then that it's not 4K a month. Let's say that you gave them £1,000 a month each. Would that materially change their lives?
Yes, massively. My sister's also pregnant.
Fantastic. So you're changing not 1, not 2, but 3 lives. Okay, great. Do you have £2,000 a month to spare?
Yeah.
And yet, here we are.
Because I know deep down that if I put that pressure on myself, and I've got a story to give evidence for this as well. I know for a fucking fact that I'll make it work.
I mean, you don't need to make it work, dog. You make £20,000 a month. There's no make it work here. You can just do that now.
Yeah.
The crux of this is you don't think that you earn enough to do this. You are unwilling to give 10% of your monthly income to materially change your mum and your sister's life. I say this not to make you feel like a piece of shit. That's not my goal here.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm open to it.
No, because I don't think it'll be helpful. Not because I feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it at all. I don't think it's helpful to you, right? The reason that you aren't doing this is because you don't deem it as a priority. The actual priority is making fuck you money, which is why you're saying you'll do it when you make fuck you money.
Yeah.
The problem is you don't want to make fuck you money because there will be some sense of judgment, either from you, yourself internally, or from other people. Which one is it?
It's external. I had mindset coaching on this before, and I realized that like all my beliefs from money come from like parents and everything like that. So I feel like it's a fear of external judgment and like losing touch with who I used to be.
That's because in your mind, Matthew, you are broke.
Facts.
And that is you. And that will be who you will be until you are willing to change that. Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
As of right now, do you have more than £2,000 in your bank account?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Send £1,000 to your mum. Send £1,000 to your sister. Do it right now in front of me, here and now. Question: is your chest tight?
Um,
is it getting difficult to swallow?
No, it's not that. It's like, I'm like, I don't know. Getting cooked.
Yeah. I'm gonna give everyone else on this call a fun little pop psychology bit of nonsense that is unfortunately exactly true. So you see how Matthew keeps touching the tip of his nose?
Yeah. Nerves.
Uh-huh. There is a nerve ending that runs particularly in men from the erectile tissue in the tip of your nose all the way down your body, and it ends at your sphincter. And that means that Matthew's butthole is puckering right now, and he's nervous as shit. And that's why he keeps touching his nose.
I can't even function. I'm trying to lock in and concentrate on what I need to do.
Just bear in mind, Matthew, this is how your prospects feel when your price drop.
That's what I mean. I'm like, what the fuck? Did it again. So why am I shitting myself?
Good question. Why are you shitting yourself?
Right.
Done?
No, so I don't know. Can anyone see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
Right. So
wait, where is it? Where is it? Let's pin him for a second.
Hang on. Yeah.
Right. Shall I go again?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's done. Shit, my mum's got about 50 different bank accounts.
It's all right. Send it to one of them. She'll still get the money.
Facts. Right. You see that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Baller.
Okay. Now, genuine question, Matthew.
Yeah.
Has your life changed?
Not really.
Do you feel any poorer than you did 5 minutes ago?
A bit.
A bit?
Because we're about to pay 10k in rent, but
100%.
I'll make it back. No fucking problem.
Okay, now question.
Cool.
If you were able to do that every single month for the rest of 2026, what would your mum and your sister's life look like?
Don't know. I have no idea.
Great. How about this? Try it. See what happens. Because you can either be someone who for your entire life says that they want to help their family and doesn't do shit, or you can be someone who says, I'm going to help my family and then actually does it. That is what a man of integrity looks like.
Yeah. Because like me saying that to myself, like, oh, I'm going to help my family, blah, 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 is like an act of mental masturbation.
Correct.
Because like, I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in Dubai Mall on Saturday looking at a watch with Dexter, right? The like Cartier Santos. So I was thinking, there's me talking about buying a £6,000 watch.
Mm-hmm.
But then my mum and my sister working dead, well, like schools, and they're like talking about costs of living. I was like, do you know what? Like after doing that, I'm realizing I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. Here's the tough part, right? And I'm going to give you a very visceral, like, mental model for this. I'm going to kidnap your mum. And in 24 hours, I'm going to execute her unless you wire me £1 million. What do you do?
I'll find a fucking way.
Do you have £1 million now?
No.
Well, then how are you going to do it?
One of the supercars in Dubai is getting robbed.
Beg, borrow, steal, loan, whatever you want, right? Take photos of ghosts takes 366 days, brother. Nice try. Beg, borrow, steal, doesn't matter. Loans, who cares, right? But you would find a way, by definition. Well, you just told me that making 20K, which you already successfully did this month, next month, is probably not going to happen. Says who?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Says you.
Says me at the minute.
And I'll tell you why you are comfortable saying that, because the stakes aren't high enough. As of right now, you are comfortable. There is absolutely no reason for you to have to make 20K again, right? You could be really mediocre at your job next month, and you know that the 10K that you're about to pay in rent is paid.
Yeah.
Right? If you're mediocre at your job next month, how much money do you make? Be honest.
Like 10K minimum.
Okay, great. And rent paid. How much is your rent?
It's in checks, so like 6 installments, so it'd be 3K, so 1.5.
Okay, great. So actually, you got 7-8K just free cash next month. You got nothing to worry about. The stakes aren't high enough. But now you've paid your mum and your sister for the first time.
Yeah.
Next month, you're going to decide that actually, now, you know what? Fuck them. I'm not going to pay them this month.
Nah, fuck that.
So when you say, I don't know what my purpose is, I call bullshit. You do know what your purpose is, for now at least. Help your mum and your sister. You were just being soft about it, and you said, well, I'll do it at some point.
Yeah, because the thought of doing it in the future was comfortable rather than actually doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But question is, genuinely, how good do you feel right now?
I feel like I just got closed because I did. But
what will hit the best is when she texts you and asks her why.
I know.
You get to tell her why.
I was gonna say I've not had anything.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be 1,000 in our account.
Mm-hmm.
I could cry.
Do it.
Yeah.
There's no shame in it.
Yeah.
Because right now, in that moment where you decided to send the money to your mum and your sister, you became the man that you said that you wanted to become in the future. You just did it early. And now every single day for the rest of your life is you being that person, because you already did it. You said, I want to become someone who takes care of my family. Well, you just did. So now every single day is, how do I do it again? How do I do it again? How do I do it again? This is a continual process that you'll do for the rest of your life. This is not a when at some point into the future you will be perfect enough to deserve their admiration and affection. This is I'm going to do this today because love is service, and you do it every single day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Very quickly, who can tell me what the first two were, just so that we're all on the same page? Well, the first few were.
God is greater and details matter.
Fantastic. Good. You have successfully displayed what is rule 3. Leaders lead. Gut instinct. Who can tell me what that is? Leaders lead. What does that mean?
Lead by example, go first.
Curtis, beautiful. What does going first actually look like?
What you expect from others, you reflect that yourself.
Nailed it. 100%. How many of you are leading?
Every motherfucking day. Every day I don't want to get on the Stairmaster. Every day I don't want to make an investment. Every day I don't want to I don't want to eat the chicken and rice I've been eating for the past 365 days every day.